So I started out looking at myself every day in the mirror and thinking if there was a solution to me losing my hair where I wouldn't have to get a transplant or something, because I shave my head every day, and I thought if I could come up with something that would give me the illusion of having a full head of shaved hair, that maybe that I thought I came up with it. Well, after doing some research, I found that there is a solution. If you have any scars, any marks on your head, this will blend them into all your regular hair. This will give you a hairline that you no longer have, and the confidence. This will frame your face well, and just really give you a good foundation to how you think about yourself now. It'll give you self-confidence you never had.
Tony mentioned doing some research on it, and I feel fortunate that I kind of just fell into it. A buddy of mine had introduced me to Dr. Rassman, and I had a chance to meet with him, and he kind of talked to me about some of the possibilities of a hair transplant. I wasn't trying to go that route, and as he looked at me and he asked me, "Do you keep your hair pretty short anyway?" And I said I did, and he went on and said, "You know what? We've got a new procedure out. It's called scalp micropigmentation. What it is the best way to define it is almost like a tattoo of just thousands of dots on the top of your head that replicate hair follicles and give you the look of a full head of hair, even though maybe you can't grow hair on the top of your head and so forth." And you know what? It sounded good. I looked at some pictures, and they looked great of people who had done it, some before and after pictures. But I really insisted on meeting somebody who had had it done, and fortunate enough to have met Tony. Tony had it done, you know, sometime last year and so forth, and I wanted to see how it really came out. And as you can see, I mean, it looks great. It really frames Tony's face. Seamless transition from the side of his head where he actually has hair to the top where he has the scalp micropigmentation done. And after meeting Tony, I was totally gung-ho for it. I said, you know what, this is the solution I've been looking for. I think when I realized I was losing my hair, I was in a department dressing room, and I tried on some slacks. And after coming out, there were some mirrors behind me, and I realized that it just had this full-on male pattern baldness setting in. And so, like Tony, I just started cutting my hair really short to try and disguise it, but kind of lacking the confidence. I didn't feel good about it. I was unhappy with the way my hair was going, and really was looking for something to kind of turn things around, and this has really done that for me.
Definitely, if you're part of a hair club at all, where the hair piece is on top and it's woven in, I see quite a few of those on TV, and my wife dated a guy with that. They require a lot of maintenance, a lot of money involved. Honestly, you come in, they're going to take that off, they're going to do the scalp pigmentation on you, and nobody's going to know the difference. You're going to go to work the next day, oh, you shaved your head. Yep, that's it. A lot of responses I got were, oh, you decided to let your hair grow? Even my best friends that I've known my whole life had no idea. They would argue and discuss over it. No, that's not real. Yeah, he had. What do you do? You cut your hair different. Yeah, that's it. I cut my hair different. That's all I tell people. Yeah, they don't know the wiser.
Yeah. I took a couple days off from work. I had the procedure done on a Thursday. I took off a Friday and a Monday, so I had 4 days to fully recover from it. The procedure itself only took a few hours. Went home, recovered for a few days, came back to work that following Tuesday, and just like Tony said, same responses. Some people asked me, oh, hey, did you start shaving your head with a razor? And I said, yeah, that's what I did. And a couple people said, you know, hey, are you growing your hair out? And I said, yep. I mean, whatever you tell me, I'm going to agree to it. Most people didn't say anything. Most people didn't even notice anything. All I know is that when I go out now, I just have much more confidence in myself. I feel better, very, very happy with the way the top of my head looks and so forth. And the procedure itself, you know what, it's great for guys who are keeping their hair short. It's not just for those guys, though. I think, in my opinion, if you're somebody who's growing their hair out to try and cover up some type of hair loss or something like that, you know what, this is your opportunity to start cutting your hair short. You start shaving your head. You go in, that's what I said, you know, you go in on a Thursday, get this done, you show up to work the next Monday or Tuesday, and now you're the guy who shaves his head. People are never going to know the difference because it looks so natural. They can actually match the color of the pigment on your head to the hair on the side of your head, so it's, again, seamless transition. People don't know any difference, and that's really what made it important to me.
If you're afraid to shave your head at all, don't be. I mean, it's so accepted, and now you can look like you have a full head of hair, and you'll be happier and you'll know.
When Tony and I go out, we tell people that we're Olympic swimmers for the United States of America, and they believe us. We tell them that all the time, and look at us. That's what we do.
Yeah.
The procedure itself, you know what, you think about hair transplants and going through a surgical procedure, and you know what, that works great for some guys. This is very, very different. It took a few hours. I was sitting up, I wasn't put to sleep or anything like that. In fact, I watched a movie on my phone while I was having it done. It took a few hours. It's very similar to getting a tattoo, just little dots on the top of your head that replicate these hair follicles. For a lot of guys, the hair transplant's what is going to work for them. If you want to be able to grow your hair out long and get better results, hair transplant might be the way to go. I like keeping my hair short. I like waking up in the morning and just brushing my teeth and going. I don't have to do anything with my hair. There's a lot of guys who are using things like Propecia and so forth to prevent or to reverse hair loss. And that's great. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not that guy. I don't want to have to take pills every day. And this is just a foolproof plan. I mean, it's just, you know what, 3 hours of my day, and I'm left with what appears to be a full head of hair. Feel much more confident about myself. It was just so easy, and again, the seamless transition. Went back to work a couple days later, nobody knew anything. Things were really great. So I'd certainly recommend this for anybody who's lacking confidence in the way of their hair.
And if you want a transplant, Dr. Rassman will provide an excellent service for that as well. This is just another service, excellent service that he is providing, a pain-free service at that. You'll come in, easy transition, like you said, you just hang out, and you'll be done before you know it, and go home a new man, and new confidence levels, and your wife might not even notice. She'll just say, oh yeah, you look even better.